everybody, welcome to my video. So in today's video, I will be giving you guys some tips. So those who have got autism, Down syndrome, Asperger's, cerebral palsy, ADHD, etc., and learning difficulties and disabilities, etc. This is the best tips for you guys about best tips of friendships and even like making friends, or even before you make friends. So yeah, so if you're new to this video, hi, Charlotte here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to put notifications whenever I upload a new video. So yeah, so in today's video I will be giving you guys some best tips of making friends and friendships in general. So yeah, so if you're a parent with a child who has autism, ADHD, cerebral palsy, learning difficulties, etc., please feel free to stay on, because this is the best tips that I'll be giving your child. So like it does, so this to avoid, because it's just to avoid of yeah, because it's just avoid like bad things. It's just stop ending up. And if you have autism and other things like that, then feel free to stay on as well again. But this will be a best tip for you. And if someone who you know has got one of these things, again, please stay on, and please just any of you guys who are here for anyone, yourself or your child, please stay on this video, because obviously this is going to be a good tips to give you guys, and I want to share with a little bit of my experience with friendships. So yeah, so just to let you guys know that yes, I have got autism spectrum disorder. I have, and I was diagnosed with it when I was in year 6. So I wouldn't say it's quite late. I wouldn't say it's quite late. I wouldn't say, but some people think it's quite late. But for me personally, it's not quite late. I'll say medium. I would say quite medium. So yeah, so let's give you guys some tips. So when you guys make friends, yeah, because friendships is important, because everyone wants friendships. Everyone does. Like, even like, especially from a very young age, like even when you're back in reception or kindergarten, if you guys from America and Australia and Canada, you just like you just want friends. You just want friendships. But yeah, everyone wants friendships. You know, friendships are important into our society. You do know that. But when it comes to people like us, that are different, we do feel isolated. We do, because yeah, we do feel isolated, and sometimes we do get taken advantage. But as some of you probably have good friendships, like have a bubble round, like a good group of friendships. But as some of you who are watching it is who have been taken advantage and stuff like that, then I'm sorry. Like, let's be honest here. Like, I've been taken advantage. I have been taken advantage before. I've been manipulated. I've been used. I have, and it's horrible. It is so horrible. It is so horrible. Sorry, but the question is, yeah, why do people use people that are different, take advantage on people who are different, and even manipulate people who are different? Why? But let me tell you something, yeah, and let me tell you something. The reason why people take advantage of you is because most people that are different are vulnerable, because they will say yes to everything, being extra too nice, you know, just just being too nice and having this mindset of like of, oh, let's do this, like yes for everything, like in your mind. But let me tell you something, yeah. The best thing, if you don't want to be taken advantage or being used or manipulated, just make sure you listen to that person first, because listening is the main priority. But yes, like before in the past, because I did listen. Also, I do listen a lot, but best is just listen stuff that doesn't make sense. Just listen, but because what I've learned that back when I was 16, 17, yeah, because when I had bad friends, yeah, I'm like, yeah, just keep listening. But then how I look back now, something just don't make sense. Nothing really does make sense. So yeah, so best thing, just listen things that doesn't make sense. And second, just say no. If someone asks you to do things that you don't want to do, just say no. And if someone asks you, oh, go kick that, and then you do it, and then you end up, and then you could more likely get up, you could more likely end up getting yourself into trouble. If someone asks you, go and kick that, just say no. Just say no. And if someone asks you to buy this and that, just say no. But that part is the mate crime, this is. And if you guys don't know what a mate crime is, basically a mate crime means someone who takes advantage on a vulnerable person. Basically, this person who pretends to be a vulnerable person's friend. So basically that person pretends to be this vulnerable person's friend and just use them. So basically just use them for money, use them for petrol, use them for anything really. Like that, they were just basically, they are bullies, because people who pretend to be this vulnerable person, this friend, are bullies. Like, they are bullies. And this is very common in the UK, because I don't know anywhere around the world that I don't know anywhere around the world, like America and Australia, but here in the UK it is very common. America is very common. Like, it is such a common thing. Like, but yes, it is against. Yeah, apparently, like, what I found on the internet is that mate crime is actually a criminal offence. And to be fair, I'm not gonna lie, but I was. And then how I got out of it, I had to say no. How I actually escaped from it. Because when someone asks you for money, you say no, because no is final. It's absolutely final to say no, because keep saying no, and like, more you keep saying no, more than you are standing up for yourself. And also just lie, because what I did with this person, I actually end up lying to them. That's what I end up doing. But because if you're planning to lie, because in mate crimes, if you are planning to lie to that so-called friend, then try think carefully, like, what sort of lie are you gonna tell them? Just make sure that lie makes sense, just to make sure. And plus, like, plus kids are watching this, yeah. Parents are protecting you. Parents are protecting you, because you guys, because your parents do not want you guys to be taken advantage by horrible people, because people who think that your friends are not your friends, they're not. Because that's what makes me so angry, because it does makes me so angry about mate crime. So yeah, so like there's not very nice people out there, because as a lot of vulnerable people, they think everyone is nice. But me, when I was a teenager, like, I thought everyone is just nice. I thought everyone's just the nicest people. But unfortunately, in reality, no one is nice. Obviously, no one is nice. No, but like, because I don't care if people are rude to me. I don't care if people call me this and that to me. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. Just brush it off. I just don't really care. So yeah, so I'm just gonna give you guys, so I know it sounds long, but me explain about mate crimes, but I'm just gonna give you best tips about friendship. So when you make friends, yeah, because make sure if they are good listeners, make sure, because listening is such an important thing. It's such important that your friend, that person listens. If that person listens to you and you listen to them, that person means that he or she cares about you, and just, it's okay, yeah. But if that person doesn't listen to you, they're not interested. They're 100% not interested, and that's what I've been experienced. Because back in school, like, I did had around with popular girls, but most of them don't listen to me, and the friends that I've had in college, or the friend that I had in college, don't listen to me. Just managed to manipulate me and accusing me for things, and start blaming me things like, you don't want now, obviously. Yeah, and that's another thing, that if someone accuses you for things, say like, oh, you don't listen, and you think you did something wrong, but no, you haven't. You have not done nothing wrong. You have not done nothing wrong. Sorry guys, got drink coffee. But you haven't done nothing wrong. It's these people that are manipulating you and making you feel look stupid. And also another tip, don't give get to know that person first. Give it about a week or 2 weeks until you get to know that person, and then once you feel comfortable, just tell them about your experience. Like, because if you feel comfortable with them telling about your bullying experience and stuff like that, then just do it. Because if you tell them straight away, and also about what you got, because tell them about what you got, like, when you feel 100% comfortable. Because what I've learned a lesson that I did tell people that I've got autism, and they have used it against me for some people. Because like, when I was working in the, excuse me saying, when I did my work experience up in the airport in this toy shop, after I had that rude customer, this was when I was 18, this was, and after I had this rude customer, to elderly rude customers, I walked into the back room and I burst into tears. And then the manager, and I told the manager, the woman, that I've got autism, and this was on my first life, that work experience. And then she was like, oh, I don't know what autism is, I don't know what it is. But then after that, she did not talk to me ever again. She did not want to know about me no more. And that, actually guys, think that is disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. But what I mean, you can tell someone that because I would recommend, just tell someone that you feel comfortable, or this person who you feel comfortable about what you got, because it is a better way to do it, and it's better off, like, not tell them straight away. Because if you tell them straight away, like when I first met you, they will use that information against you. They will. So yeah, and so let's talk about genuine friendships as well. So yeah, so during friendships here, if someone asks you, like I said earlier ago, if someone asks you to do things that you don't want to do, just say no, because they know that, because once you become more close and more vulnerable, they'll say, like go and kick that, and you don't want to kick it. Just say no. Just say no. And if someone asks you for money, like more than a five, or any sort of money, any amount of money, just say no, because these people, they will try to make you feel like you are the banker, they think, and they will know that they do want you to make you feel stupid. They do. And best thing, like, if someone asks you for money, just say no, because my ex-boyfriend had people like that, and like, this was 2 years ago, and obviously like I haven't been with him for about 2 years, and I did advise him that, because obviously he hung around with people who took advantage of him, and he had mild autism, and he had boys that who have kept asking him for money, and then I said to him that they're not your friends, honestly. Like, if they keep asking you for money and ask you to buy things, like buying you £90 trainers, buy them food shopping, etc., they are basically taking the mick. They're not your friends. They are taking the mick, like, because like with me, because I've learned a lesson about lending people money, because honestly, when you lend people money, yeah, you don't know if you can trust them, because with our minds, like, we feel like, oh, we can trust these people, but as I'm older now, I don't trust people to give money. But if it's under £5, like, it's a little money. For my opinion, £5 is just little. Obviously, I don't care about £5, but if it's more than £5, then no, I won't give people money if it's more than £5. So yeah, so if someone asks you for money and asks you to buy things, just say no. Just say no, that's my money, and you can't tell me what to do. And if they keep gaslighting you, so if they keep gaslighting you, just trying to, basically, they are trying to make themselves feel guilty, and they start to so like, I thought you was my friend, I'm really upset because you won't give me money, and I'm blah blah blah. Like, if that person is trying to gaslight you, they're not your friends, and best thing, because you just gotta stand up for yourself. If someone gaslights you, just say no. Just say no or just ignore them if someone gaslights you, because that's what I've had. Because that's what I've had before. Because once I fell out with that person, they just ended up gaslighting me, and then I've got a right to say something. I had a right to say something. So yeah, so if someone gaslights you, just ignore them, or you can, or just ignore them, or just stay away from them, or just yeah, or just say no. So yeah, and another thing about friendships another tips on friendships, if someone asks you to, could you touch my finny wobby and stuff like that, you know, like sexual behaviour, you say no. And if someone touches anywhere except here and down there, if you're a girl, just say no, just say no, don't touch me, because obviously, because if someone ends up touching you, just say no, because that is sexual harassment, that is, because as many girls, many vulnerable girls, they don't understand, like, like what could happen to them and stuff like that, and some of them don't like being touched, some of them don't, but they just don't understand, like, how to say no if someone touches them. But my best advice is to just keep saying no if someone tries to touch you, and if someone asks you to go further, like go into, like, let's say, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but as you know, what you can imagine. Just say no. Just say no. Like, just say no. I'm not ready. Like, no, I'm not ready. No, because I'm not that type of person. Because that's what it happens. Things, because it's quite common. It is, and if someone asks you to, if someone asks you to do, like, any sexual activities, you say no. Just say no. Like, any friends, especially a boy mate and a girl mate, ask you things like that, just say no. Just say no, because no is an answer. And also, yeah, also, what's another tip as well? Oh yeah, and respect your boundaries. So, wait, many of you don't understand about boundaries, as many of you, but as parents, you guys probably know, or people you know with people with difficulties, you guys probably know about boundaries, you guys. But right, okay, so your child or yourself or someone should can have boundaries, and it's okay to have your boundaries. But if a friend, because a friend should respect their boundaries, this person's boundaries, but if the boundaries gone too far, or that person doesn't respect your boundaries, then they're not your friends. So yeah, so that's another tip. So I'm gonna give you some tips about mate crimes as well, and yeah, so the first tip and any warning signs. So I'm just gonna give you any warning sign tips of the mate crime. So first tip is their behaviour. So watch their behaviour change, because never know, their behaviour might change months down the line, from good to bad. Second, they will keep demanding with money and anything, so that's another warning sign. Third, they won't invite you, but they will still use you. Like, they won't invite you, but like they will still talk to you and still use you, so that's another sign. And fourth, yeah, and fourth, manipulate. So if they say, like, oh, like, you better do this, go on, let's do this, or you won't, blah blah blah, and basically manipulating, if that person keeps controlling you, basically manipulate, then that's another warning sign. But please look out for these warning signs, because more than you look out for warning signs, more than it saves your life, more than it saves yourself. And I don't want you guys to end up like Leo in, Gemma Hater, and Jennifer, the girl from America, because these people did end up being murdered by the people who they thought were their friends. But best thing is to don't be like, just don't, because if something is not right, just don't believe it too much, because people like that will trick you. Because if you don't want to be tricked, then, because if you don't want to be tricked, just or if you don't understand, just ask a parent or anyone, to be fair. And yes, like I know you guys want friendships, but I'm just giving you the best advice as I can. I'm giving you the best advice as I can, because I don't want you guys ended up murdered and even being hurt, even, because that's what I don't want you guys ended up. But please, if you're unsure, talk to someone that who you could trust. And also, if you were the victim of the mate crime, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it happened to you, but like, if it still affects you, please call the police. And if you're still in that mate crime position, just call the police, cause like, the police will do anything. They will. So sorry, this is a boring video. I do apologise, but these are the tips. And so yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I know it sounds a bit rubbish, I know, but I'm trying my best. I'm trying. So if you like this video, please give it a good thumbs up, and make sure you comment down below if you want to share your experiences with friendships and stuff like that. And yeah, any toxic friendships and like mate crimes and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to share the experience. Yeah, and then make sure you put a notification up whenever I upload a new video, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.